For the 2019 The Show Tournament, presented by Youth Hockey Hub. This morning's game features Team Pacific taking on Team West. We'll start with the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, with Team West. Starting in goal, number 36, Connor Ellis. At defense, number 16, Ethan Tozen. At the other defense, number 88, Cole Sen. At wing, number 24, Johan Fierby. At the other wing, number 44, Gavin Fine. And finally, at center, number 14, Brennan Mulholland. And now on to Team Pacific. Starting in goal, number 50, Corbin Rodel. At defense, number 37, Miles Copeland. At the defense, number 16, Declan Whitty. At wing, number 71, Eugene Park. At the wing, number 4, Grayson Bowe. And finally, at center, number 9, Landon Bagel. Now, fans, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America in the playing of both the Canadian national anthem and the American national anthem.
Back at 3M Arena at Mariucci, game number 2 in our 8-game marathon. We can call it that here at the show 2019 Jeff Pappas with you, and second game features Team West in the dark to our left and Team Pacific in the blue light uniforms to our right. In goal, Connor Ellis for the West, number 36. Corbin Rodel, number 50. In goal for Pacific, which looks very Pacific-like in the light blue. And our second game is underway. Both of these teams looking for their first win in this tournament. Both played yesterday, both lost, and we'll have a little bit more on that as we move along. This is Brendan Mulholland, number 14, lost possession. And here comes Pacific up through the middle. And the first shot of the game was a breakaway and a nice stop by Ellis. A good opportunity there. As Eugene Park, number 71, with a good opportunity for Pacific to get things going, and Toshak behind the goal. Ethan Toshak, number 16, for the West, plays it ahead. It's going to go the length for an icing. Both of these teams, as we mentioned, lost their first games of the tournament yesterday. Bad second period did West in a 6-0 loss to Manitoba. And Pacific played East Coast and gave them all they wanted, but wound up losing that game 4-3. Pacific scored the first 2 goals of that game, as a matter of fact, and there's a shot right on to Ellis from the face-off, and the goaltender had the answer there. First minute of play here in game number 2. Jeff Pappas, my name, and be with you all day here. David Ross for Pacific taking a shot that was blocked at the defense, and now West comes back on the drop pass, and a shot blocked at the defense. Puck comes around to the far side, and here's Nathan Gillen, number 2, down the far wing for Pacific. He centers, and it's just a hair too far. Pacific changing defenseman, and they'll give up possession in the near corner. West will work it up the near side boards. Adrian Morales, number 2, he lost possession. Here's Grayson Bowe for Pacific. He was stripped of the puck, and now West will control it in their zone. Played on out to center, picked up there by Luke Arsenault, number 18. Fed on the near side, Gillen over the line. He winds, takes a slap shot, missed the net wide to the left of the goaltender. Puck rebounds to Ivan Krumpetich at the right point. 36 plays the puck down. And Pacific looking to center the puck. Loose in the high slot of the zone. Landon Nagel closing in, feeding the far circle. Here's a shot, and Ellis made a save there with 2 minutes and 2 seconds gone in the opening period. Pacific led East Coast 2-0 yesterday, and then fell behind 3-2 in the third, came back and tied the game later in the period, but was not able to come up with a winning goal. So both of these teams 0-1 in the early going in the Kennedy Conference standings. And for those of you that are not native Minnesotans, we'll explain the significance of that momentarily. Puck comes to the blue line, and here's Grayson Bowe losing possession. And the West brings it out to center. Landon Schweitzer, 47, lost possession, and now Bowe is spun around to the blue line. There's going to be a penalty coming here. Centering pass, Park with a shot, and a save made by Ellis. Now the penalty will be called, and we'll get a power play coming up. Tripping penalty coming at 2 minutes and 34 seconds of period number 1, and it will put the Pacific on the power play. Heading to the box for the West is Ethan Tozak. Significance of the division names is the 2 public high schools in the city of Bloomington, where Bloomington Ice Garden is located, Bloomington Jefferson and Bloomington Kennedy. And for those watching on this that aren't familiar with the history of Minnesota high school hockey, those are 2 pretty storied programs. Bloomington Jefferson, one of the best runs in state tournament history in the 1990s under their legendary coach Tom Satterdahlin. And now Pacific, as we get back to our game. Puck comes over to the right point, and now Tasak's penalty is announced, and Pacific will regroup at center ice. And over the line they come. Centering pass, unable to connect with Declan Lee, number 16, along the near boards. Lee couldn't hold the zone, and it comes back out to center. And this is Miles Copeland, 37, feeding over to the far side, and Pacific will break the blue line. Gillen feeding it off to the far side boards. And back behind the net, it rings the net and comes to the left point. And now a shot there by Ross is deflected off the up front defender Mulholland and comes out to center. Now rink wide pass to the far side, picked up by Kingston Northrup, number 15. A defenseman will shoot it on into the Pacific zone and relieve some pressure here. 45 in their power play. Arsenault in the right corner feeds the middle, and here comes Pacific back. They have a 2-on-2. And over the line they come. Here's a shot and a pad save by Ellis. Loose behind the net, chasing after it. Gellin loose at the right edge, and Ellis is down, and the puck is still in play. And they're able to dodge a bullet there as Mulholland in the left corner plays it ahead, and it comes out to center. Here's Gavin Fine over the Pacific line against two defenders, and he was ridden off. 9 seconds in the penalty, and here comes Pacific. Back through center, Arsenault over the line. Top of the right circle as the goaltender looks at it, and now it's swept towards the blue line and out to center. And now Harshdeep Sarma, number 40, plays it rink wide back to center. Penalty is over. West has killed it, and here comes Team Pacific in over the line as Gellin had it knocked off his stick towards the far boards. Gellin goes after it behind the net, and centering pass hit the back of the cage. Now in front, a pass stolen by Bow in the circle, and then he lost possession. Played to the line, but not out. Held in by Arsenault, and now check that, Lee. Now a centering pass comes right onto the goaltender, but it was off his defenseman, and Ellis had to be quick and make the save there. 5 minutes, 5 seconds gone in a scoreless first period here from 3M Arena at Mariucci in Minneapolis. West and Pacific are scoreless here in the early going. Mentioned the West looking for its first goal. They're hopeful to do that, but a bad second period was what doomed them against Manitoba. Play in the Pacific zone, and after it on the far side is Arsenault, and he banks it ahead out to center. And Miles Copeland, 37, unable to connect with that puck. Now played into the zone, and Bow chases after it, but it's an icing call, and that will bring the faceoff all the way back into the Pacific zone to the right of Corbin Rodel, who has yet to see a puck shot at him in anger in this contest. .29 left in the opening period. First game today, a 7-6 overtime victory in a fine contest as Great Plains handed Manitoba its first loss. Now the puck comes out to center, and here's a race for it. Colin Sapp, 88, lost possession. Now a centering pass, and Gellin goes behind the net. Puck comes to the far side boards. And the West trying to handle it. Nick Sanders behind the goal. Puck flipped, rink wide back out to center. Arsenault chases it down in his zone and does the D-to-D pass over to Krumpetich on the near side. Now fed to the near boards. Gellin, he can't get out. Held in there by Landon Schweitzer. Puck comes towards the point. Schweitzer is down, and we have a stoppage in play. And a tripping penalty coming against Pacific, and that will put the West on the power play for the first time. 6 minutes and 12 seconds into the game, but slow to get up there is Schweitzer along the near side boards. And he's up and okay. But is being assisted to the bench as he fell heavily in against the boards. So the athletic trainer will have a look. Power play for the West, their first of the contest. No score here in the first period, and they have possession. Fine. And the slot takes a shot, runs up the defender on that side. Cleared to the right point, and it's held in by Knutson. He takes a shot, and a save made there by Rodel. And now here comes Pacific to center. Over the line, and a shoulder-to-shoulder play there. Frees the puck up for Gavin Fine. Clears around to the near side boards. Held in along the half wall by Copeland, who plays it around on the far side now, and Northrup goes after it for the West. Kingston Northrup has it there. Penalty is against Krampotic for tripping at 6:12. And now bouncing puck controlled nicely by Northrup, who shoots it back ahead into the zone, and Declan Lee will chase it down. And he will play it all the way around on the near boards. It comes out to center. And the West will regroup. Northrup feeds it ahead. Darren Sarasulo, number 9, playing it in. No clear possessor. Now it comes to the left point, and a centering pass will run through. Knutson chasing after to the near side boards. 40 seconds to go in the West power play. Centering pass up the slot, nobody home. And nice play there by Lee, and now they break out 2-on-2. Landon Nagel over the line. Nagel closing into the circle. Centers it. Boy, that was a nice idea. And it came all the way through to the far side boards. A good shorthanded opportunity for Pacific as the West clears it to center, but it's going to be icing as they'll come all the way down. And they'll take the faceoff back in the West zone to the left of Connor Ellis with 19 seconds to go in the West power play. Each team has had one in the first period, no scoring. And 7:05 to play in the first. And Pacific doing a nice job here, holding the puck in deep while shorthanded. And they have killed off the penalty. They are back at full strength. Shot from the point by Ross, caught a defender up high, and now it comes out to center. And the West will break in over the line. Blind drop pass is picked off and now cleared off to the near boards. Verheem will play it down behind the goal. There's another penalty coming on Pacific, and now we're going to have maybe 2 penalties. As trying to get up there was Carson Paglia, and he wound up running over the player who initially was penalized for contact on him. We'll see what they've called here. And they're going to take them both. .837 is the time of this penalty, or these penalties, I should say. There are more than one. And they'll be considered coincidental, so the teams will play 5 on 5. I'm going to sort out this situation here. Now they are going to take an extra penalty is put up against Paglia, so that is going to put Pacific on a power play. So a double minor against Paglia. At 8:37, and we'll get the announcements, but it is a power play for Pacific, their second of the first period. Comes out to center pass. Northrup was back for it in the left corner. He's in a race for it along with Eric Ripka. And Pacific will come out. They center, and it goes off the defense back behind the net. Rolling to the near side boards. Copeland closing in. He shoots. It's deflected in front, and it got through, but the goaltender Ellis able to make a save there, and it comes up to the high slot. Now to the near side. Copeland chasing after it. He threw it in front, deflected before it got to the forward on that side. A centering pass, they score. And Pacific on the power play has taken the lead. 5:42 to go in the first period, and Pacific is on top. And it is Eric Ripka getting the goal. Power play goal at 9:18. And Pacific has scored first. They lead it 1-0. And Pacific will bring it back in over the west line. Now picked up and brought to center. Here comes West. They have a 2 against 3. Mulholland to the near boards, and he is taken off the play by Riker Swanson. Now a centering pass is stolen, and a shot right on. A good play there by Fine, and we're going to get a stoppage as Rodel made the save from in close. So West hanging in there, looking for their first goal of the tournament. And here's Eugene Park playing it ahead. Pacific will come through center. And Bow got underneath it and shot it out of play. We'll have a face-off at neutral ice. Face-off coming up at neutral. And now it's shot into the Pacific zone. Caden Stoltz getting the assist on the power play goal for Pacific at 9:18 of the first period. It's 1-0. And now down the far side, West will break in. And it's Johan Verheem having it stripped off his stick. Knutson to Northrup at center. Sidesteps a man in the center circle and then lost possession. And here comes Ross over the line. David Ross, pass to the right. Bow shoots, save, rebound is steered wide as Ellis made a good stop in close. And now the West back through the middle. Here's Verheem over the line. And Verheem lost possession. It's cleared past the defenseman all the way back into the West zone. Toshak will pick it up, and down the far side he comes. Ethan Toshak, both teams changing or finishing changes. Toshak in deep behind the net, swings around, centers it, loose at the right side, and a save made point blank by Rodel as best play of the game for the West so far. And we'll get a face-off in the Pacific zone. And it was Brendan Mulholland with a good chance there. .351 left in the first. Mulholland goes after it for West in the far corner as he falls. Now the puck comes to Pacific, and they rink wide to center. Defender falls. Ripka after it, and he has the goal. In this game, Ripka takes it deep, centers it, comes to the right edge, and then past the defender and back into the Pacific zone. Chasing after it is Declan Lee in the left corner. Lee banks it around on the far side, too far for Ross, and now a centering pass finds nobody, and Ripka picks it up for Pacific. 3:15 to go. Ripka over the line. Pass to the right, and it ran past Gavin Smith along the far board. Centering pass picked off by Sarasulo for West. He then lost possession, got it back though. And now West is able to break through the middle of the ice. Sarasulo over the Pacific line. We have a whistle and we have a penalty behind the play. And it is going to go against West again, and it's going to be Brendan Mulholland going to the penalty box. 2:55 to go. 12:05 the time of the penalty. Power play number 3 for Pacific here in the first period, and they lead it 1-0. Over the line, Avram Brown closes in. He centers, they score! And a power play goal, nicely done. Pacific has cashed in twice on the power play and has a 2-0 lead. Here they come in again, and an opportunity stopped by Ellis at the right edge. So West now trails 2-0, and the puck played ahead by Verheem to the Pacific line, trying to cut in front, and they're finding the going tough in front of the Pacific goal now. Back comes Pacific. And it's Riker Swanson being given credit for the goal on the power play on a fine centering pass from Abraham Brown. 12:15 the time of the goal, and at 2:07 to go. Pacific back in over the line. Here's Bow winding, firing, and it ran up the goaltender's arm as Ellis made the save, and a follow-up shot is steered to the corner. So Pacific, two-man advantage goals, and the West will ice the puck. It'll come all the way down the ice, and a stoppage with 1:48 to go in the first period. Ripken from Stoltz, Swanson from Brown. Both power play goals. They come less than 3 minutes apart in the first period. And Pacific has a 2-0 advantage. It looks pretty comfortable for them right now. And the West gets possession from the faceoff. Standing up there at center ice is Ross. Over the line. Minute 35 to go in the period. Nagel for Pacific in the corner. Centers. It comes all the way through to the far side, and Pally is after it, but he can't get there in time. And it's played behind the net. Centered it loose, and it's blocked by the goaltender Ellis at the left edge. Now swinging around and trying to jam it at the right side was Nagel, loose, and now behind the goal. They're starting to really buzz now. Pacific is. And now the West able to relieve the pressure momentarily. Long pass to center is tipped ahead and into the zone by Sarasulo, and then he had his stick knocked out of his hands as he tried the forecheck. Now Ross back behind the goal for Pacific to the far side. Gellin plays it ahead. It passed too far for Nagel, and that is waved off for icing with under a minute to go in the period. Now playing it behind the net, Toshak for the West. Plays it ahead, held in by Lee along the far boards. Declan Lee feeds it forward to Bow. Comes in right off the half wall, angles, and gets to the face-off dot before Pally is able to take him. Now he's tripped and goes down. There's going to be a penalty to Pacific here, and it'll put West on the power play as Grayson Bow is called for tripping with 28 seconds to go in the first period. .14:31 is the time of the penalty. And it's the second power play for West. Trailing at 2-0. Back forward is Atticus Knutson in the right corner for the West. And with less than 20 seconds to go behind the net, Northrup to come out the left side with it. And then he plays to the Pacific blue line where it's steered to the boards. Now coming up the slot. And West unable to find space for a shot as the first period comes to an end. And our score after one is the Pacific 2, the West nothing. A pair of power play goals. They'll take a quick break here to rest up, and a chance for the West to restructure a little bit. See what they can do for the second period. 2-0 they trail. And watching the show 2019 on Youth Hockey Hub. All right, ready for the second period here from 3M Arena at Mariucci. Today's home for 8 games in the show 2019. Jeff Pappas with you with the call of our second game today, West and Pacific, and it's the Pacific leading 2-0 after the first period. But the West has a power play for 1:32 as the second period gets underway. And here they come over the line. Johan Verheem, 24, feeds the right point and now goes behind the net. Centering pass is blocked by the goaltender Rodel. Now from the circle, a shot and save made there on Mulholland. Now behind the goal, Arsenault spinning with it for Pacific, and he will carry it to the circle. Now to the blue line. Now to center, and now into the zone. So Arsenault doing it all by himself there. He centers it, and it's stolen away. Back comes the West on the near side. Mulholland to the near side boards. Tried to cut the center and then lost possession of the puck. Picked up now by Verheem. Swings past one man. Verheem over the line to the circle. Shoots that one off the defender, and that one smarted, I'm pretty sure. Picked up at center and carried ahead by Eugene Park over the line. Park tried to play it past one, and it was stolen away by Mulholland. Now back comes the West through center. Poke checked off his stick, but carrying on. And carrying over the line is Toshak, and then lost possession. Here's a shot from in the slot that missed the net. And with 20 seconds to go in the power play, good opportunity for the West, but nothing on the frame. And here comes Pacific back 2-on-1 if they hurry. And this is Brown over the line. Abraham Brown on his backhand closes in and lifts a shot over the top of the goal. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Centering pass hops the stick of Copeland and comes out to center. As the penalized player, Grayson Bowe steps on, and Pacific is back at full strength. 13:20 to go in the second period. A pass to the middle is stolen away by Adrian Morales, and then he lost possession at the Pacific blue line. And over they come. Into the circle, a centering pass and actually a shot on goal. And Connor Ellis making the save. Oliver Connaught is the other goaltender for the West, and we would expect to see him at some point in time. If many of these teams have one goaltender, but West has 2. Now loose at center, and here comes Pacific. Over the line. This is Caden Halliday, 22. Closes in, takes a shot, save, and they overskated the rebound. Good opportunity there at Halliday. Took it right to the net. Now a shot right on and a save by Ellis. Rebound and a split save by Ellis. Couple of good stops there. And we'll get a face-off in the West zone. Face-off coming up to the right of Ellis. West controls. Tried to clear but not out. Bouncing puck is played with a skate by Northrup and then swept off to the near side boards. Pacific will set up. Here's Arsenault with it. Top of the left circle as the goalie looks at it. Shot right on. Rebound in front and a goal. And Pacific has a 3-0 lead at the 2:37 mark of period number 2. And it's Riker Swanson again, his second of the game. And Pacific is pulling away here in the second period. And that was the one that really did the West in against Manitoba. So this is where they had to be careful here and keep the game reachable and keep it in front of them. A centering pass as they came in 2-on-0 right after that. And now out of the corner they come. A centering pass. These are great chances. They're getting in tight. Now here's Lee closing in. A shot, a save, a rebound. They score, and it's 4-0. So Pacific is having their way here. 2 minutes and 59 seconds of period number 2, so it's twice in 22 seconds. Landon Nagel And Pacific now leads it by 4. And they break back in over the line. And controlling it there is Nagel. Behind the West goal. Oh, and they give the third goal to Halliday. And Swanson has been given the last assist on it instead. So Halliday, Caden Halliday, with goal number 3 for the West. It's played into the West zone, and it's going to go on to Ellis for a stoppage. 11:13 to play in the second period, a 4-0 game. The Pacific on top of the West. Morales on for the faceoff against Nagel, and now Pacific looks to center it and loose at the right edge as Ellis made a stop against his post. Now picked up, and here they come again. Shot, and it's over the top of the cage. A rising shot there by Swanson. And now cleared towards the point and held in, and Pacific is starting to really assert here as Knutson tries to play it ahead for the West. And they do get it out to center. And they'll break in. They have 2 against 3, but they got some speed. A deep centering pass comes onto the goaltender, Rodel, who makes the stop. Comes off to the far side boards, and Knutson will sweep it to the left corner. Kropotich for the Pacific team plays it off to the far wall. And here comes Pacific again. And a power goal from the circle. Well, you look away for just a quick second, and that's really all it takes. And there's going to be a goaltending change now for the West. The 4:49 mark, it's now 5-0, and Oliver Connaught will come in to replace Connor Ellis in the West goal. Goals coming thick and fast at this point. And Pacific again getting possession. 3 goals in a span of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. West brings it out to center. Here comes Mulholland. They have a 3-on-2. If they can get possession, Mulholland has to play it in deep because he was forced off to the boards. Kropotich behind the goal for Pacific. Comes out the left side and plays it ahead. And back into the West zone. Paglia plays it ahead, and now backhanded into the zone by Darren Sarasulo. Fed off to the far wall, and here's Knutson. Riker Swanson over the line, plays it ahead. Caden Stoltz, whose number I couldn't. There's a goal for West, their first of the tournament. And they're on the scoreboard at 5:52. And the West is on the board. And Tojak is the one accepting congratulations. I was writing down the goal by Stoltz, looked up, and the puck was in the net. 5-1 the score. 9:01 to go in the second period as it's played ahead by Kingston Northrop. And Pacific will get control along the half wall in their zone. Having trouble picking up Stoltz's number because he has his jersey tucked in. And when the kids are this small, sometimes it's really hard to see who's who at times. And here's Grayson Bowe with a shot and a save made by Oliver Connaught. His first stop of the game for the West. 8:43 to go, second period, 5-1 Pacific. Looking for their first win in the Kennedy Conference. Mulholland on for the faceoff for the West, and he won the draw. But then over skating, it was Fine. Loose now, and Fine picks it up along the near boards. Then poke checked off his stick. Now played in by Caden Halliday behind the goal. And it's Tozak being given credit for the goal, unassisted. 5:52. Now Pacific along the near boards. Rings around on the far side, hustling after it there on the far side is Ross. Can't get to it. Now played to the line, delayed offside coming, but it's picked up by Mulholland for the West, and he drags it through the middle. Over the line they come. Mulholland plays it in deep and then runs into two white shirts. Now the puck comes to the left edge of the crease, and the goaltender Rodel has to sweep it away. 7:35 to go in the second period. Comes to the left point. Northrop fanned on a shot mostly. It was tipped. Now played to the West blue line and back into the zone. Northrop was after it. Now coming off the bench is Krellin for Pacific to play it ahead. Into the right corner, they'll ring it around on the far side looking for Verheem, but it's going to go too far. Held in at the point there by Krumpetich. Plays it down to the far side boards. And Pacific again will get possession. Backhanded centering pass, and Gellin unable to tip that puck towards the net. Now Gellin falls behind the goal, and it is banked off the glass towards the right point, and it's going to be held in there by Gavin Smith. Now it bounces out to center, and here comes the West back. This is Fine over the line, but he was harassed there by Smith. Now down the far side, here comes Pacific. 6.5 to play in the second period. Poke check by Tosak behind the goal. Knocked the puck free. A centering pass is going to come up the slot. Here's a shot and a save made by Connaught as Gellin had a good opportunity off a turnover in front of the West goal. Pacific buzzing again. Here's a shot that goes wide of the net, and a long carom will come out to center ice. Arsenault after it for Pacific. Rink wides it to his defense partner under 6 minutes to play. And Gellin will carry it over the line to the circle. Works in, shoots, and a save made by Connaught. Now ringing the boards. They center it again. Good cycle work. Good stuff out of the corner there as Gellin unable to find the handle in front of the goal. And now the West comes back. 5:37 to go now in the second period. Sarasulo over the line. And he lost possession. And now Pacific will bring it back through center as Eric Ripka goes after it. He has a goal in this game. Puck played into the West zone to the right. And 5:20 to go. A bouncing puck comes to center, and after it, Morales there. Now he feeds the right. Mulholland over the line. And he tried to center it, and it was blocked by the sliding Copeland. Played out to center. And the West will carry it back in. No quitting these kids. Sarasulo closing in, and a save made by Rodel. The puck comes out to center, now back into the West zone. Here's a race for it. And picking it up there, Tozak, and then he lost possession, and the goaltender, Connaught, had to be quick there. Puck comes to the left wall, and out to center. Lee in the center circle. Now Avram Brown feeds it. The puck comes over to the left side. Here comes Pacific over the line. 4.5 to go in the second period, and Tosak knocked the Pacific player down. Puck comes to the left point, and it's held in there by Jake Boland along the far boards. Tosak in the right corner for West going after it, but does not win the foot race. Little start-stop move behind the net there, and now picked up by Brown. Looks to center, flips one in front, and it's intercepted. Here comes the West back. Tosak feeds the puck ahead of the right. It's 1 against 2 over the line for Carson Paglia. He falls. Puck lying loose, and it comes out to center. Picked up now by Verheem. And he'll wait for men to get on side. Verheem backhands it across. Northrup into the center circle. There's a solid body check and a penalty coming up against Abraham Brown. I don't know that he meant to do that, but the result is what matters. And West will go on the power play as Brown will go for a major league body check. And I don't believe he meant to do that, but couldn't get out of the way. And as such, he will head to the penalty box. 11:20 is the time of the goal, or the penalty, I should say. And the West on the power play for the third time. See if they can get another one back and inch closer. Declan Lee from the faceoff behind the goal for Pacific. He will come up the middle. Here's Lee. They come out three wide, shorthanded. Lee over the line, and then lost it on the poke check, and Verheem controls it for the West. Back comes Verheem. It's a 3-on-2. Verheem over the line, looks to center it. It was deflected before it came through to the near side boards. Now Northrup is after it at the left point. He has it, closes into the circle. Northrup shoots. That's blocked. And off to the near boards it comes. Picked up there by Mulholland. Tried to put it in front. And now Pacific is able to break out through center. And here's an opportunity shorthanded. Closing in. And a split save by Connaught. Good opportunity there. And the West goaltender had the answer. And that was Eugene Park of the breakaway, and he's got that extra step. We saw him do that right off the opening faceoff in the game as well. 2:56 left in the second period. A minute 15 of West power play. They trail 5-1. Pass to the left side is Sarasulo over the line, and he cannot play it past the defender. And Pacific was back over the line. Stoltz takes a shot, and an easy stop there for Connaught behind the goal. Now fed over to the far side wall, and here's Gavin Fine. His pass to Sarasulo on the near side goes off a defender, and he had to slow up for it. Now here comes Sarasulo. And then he lost possession behind the net. And Smith lost it behind the goal as well. Cleared around to the near side. 34 on the power play. 2:12 to go in the second period. And Pacific will come out through the middle. Stoltz down the near side. Plays it ahead. Picked off by Northrup. And the West will regroup for one more power play rush. 20 seconds to go. Here's Sarasulo over the Pacific line. Takes a shot, and a glove save by Rodel. We'll get a face-off in the Pacific zone. 1:53 to play in period number 2. .14 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck down, and West controls. A centering pass for Knutson at the right point. He will play it down to the far circle. Paglia after it. 5 on the power play. Behind the goal, fed to Mulholland on the near side. He'll try to come out of the corner. Check that. That will be Verheem. A centering pass comes on to the goaltender, and a poke check there before Knutson can get to it. Pacific back at full strength. Long pass, and they latch onto it. Brown out of the penalty box, closing in, and it's underneath the goaltender. Connaught, and boy, Brown came right out of the penalty box and went straight to the blue line, and they hit him with that flyer pass. It's a good play, and the goaltender, though, had the answer. 1:25 to go in period number 2. Full intermission coming, and then we will back with the third period of this game with Pacific and West both looking for their first wins in this event. And they'll come out of the corner with it, and a save made by Connaught is coming out of there. For Pacific was Ripka. Now banked off the boards to the left point. Arsenault then lost possession. And the West is able to bring the puck to center. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. And carrying on is Brendan Mulholland. He centers it, and it's deflected before it can get to the goaltender as Arsenault tipped it behind the goal. Arsenault behind the net as we're in the last minute of the second period. Arsenault 1 against 2, and he appears to be doing pretty well for himself there. Now the West able to free up the puck, and Colin Sapp with a shot, and that didn't get through. Now played ahead, and here's Ripka after it in the zone. Ripka closes in, he shoots, and a save made by Connaught, and a faceoff coming up in the West zone with 36 seconds to play in period number 2. Pacific a pair of power play goals in this game and 3 at even strength as well, so they have had solid morning here after a narrow loss. Here's a knuckling shot, and it was stopped by Connaught, but then he pushed it onto his post. Now a centering pass, and they come close again in tight. 25 seconds to go. Puck fed to the left point. Now the team's winding down the period here. And Pacific may get one more opportunity. A centering pass goes off the skates of Northrop and comes to the near side boards with 4 seconds to go in the period. Centering pass intercepted in the slot, and a breakout pass up the middle as the period comes to an end. And the West unable to take advantage of what would have been potential breakaway at the end of the period. But we played 2 here at 3M Arena at Mariucci, and our score is Pacific 5, West 1 after 2 periods. So we'll take a timeout to resurface, and we'll come back with our 3rd period next year, enjoying the show 2019 on the Youth Hockey Hub. 5-1. Penalty box is empty as we start the third period. Jeff Pappas with you with the call this morning on the Youth Hockey Hub. Coming up next at roughly 11:30, East Coast and Great Lakes in game number 3. The West has work to do here. Fell behind 5-0. Got their first goal of the tournament from Ethan Tozak. And the third period is underway. Knutson plays it into the zone, but they have men trapped offside. So delayed offside coming, and they're being told to. No, they just blow it down because the West unable to clear the zone. Mulholland was offside for a lengthy period of time there and did not clear, so they blew it dead. Puck down. And so was Mulholland as he brought the puck into the zone. And now here comes Pacific over the line. Riker Swanson behind the goal. Lost possession as Northrup tipped it off his stick. It's underneath players now. And loose at the right edge. A centering pass by Swanson comes right through the crease out to the far side. And now the West will bring it out to center. Knutson over the line. And Arsenal gets there first in the right corner for Team Pacific. And now they will come out to center ice. Pass to the left. And finding some space is Swanson closing in. A shot. He scores! Just enough space between Connaught's skate and the right post. And it is 6-1. Exactly 1 minute into the third period. So we are now into running time with a 5-goal lead in the third period. The Minnesota high school rule, national high school rule, 6 in the third period. But in this tournament, it is 5. And now there's a shot that goes over the top of the cage by Carson Paglia to the far side. 6-1 the score. Getting assists. Abraham Brown gets the assist, and now the puck is out of play into the bench area. And they'll face off at neutral ice. The clock moving. And it's picked up by Verheem from the face-off for the West. Over the Pacific line he comes, and they'll need a goal to get back into stop time. Behind the net, Arsenal clears around to the near side for Pacific. And the puck stolen away by Verheem in the near corner, but he's against 2 blue shirts and had some trouble there. Here's Bowe flipping a puck to center. And now a breakaway for Park. Closing in. Park, he hit the crossbar. Solid metallurgy save there for West, and here's Verheem through the middle over the line. Put on a move there. Verheem goes deep, and then his centering pass is knocked behind the net. And the West will look for some space. Bowe tried to peel up the near boards, now gets it back on a second bite of the cherry. He's got Park breaking on his right, and he just missed him for a second opportunity. Rink wide it into the zone deep, and Park will go after it in the far corner. Now Park wins a battle there, comes along the goal line, shoots right on, and the rebound is cleared out to center. And here's a long pass for Fine down the left for the West. Fine taken in against the boards, lost possession of the puck, and Pacific picks it up. We are 3 minutes gone here in the third period, and Sarasulo for the West can't control it, and it's carried in. Chasing after it is Mulholland in the left corner for the West. A centering pass, and now picked up on a backhanded opportunity for Pacific. A backhanded shot by Gellin and right on, and a save by Connaught, and a faceoff coming up in the West zone to his right with 11:36 to go. We will see the Pacific team again here at 4:45. They will take on Manitoba, the team that lost our first game today, a 7-6 overtime decision to Great Plains. West has a game later on today, but it's at Bloomington at the Ice Gardens. They will play East Coast at 5:30. And offside as we bring back the live action here. 11 minutes to go. Clock moving. Running time in the third period. Minnesota, which lost its opening game yesterday, defeated North America 4-1 in the first game today at Bloomington Ice Gardens. And that was a super early start. It was a 7:15 start. I'm not even done prying my eyelids open at that hour. And here comes Krumpetich over the line. He takes a shot. He scores. Picked the corner over the goaltender's shoulder on the right, and it is 7-1. Well, that was a pretty goal. Short side over the goaltender's shoulder to the right, and it is 7-1 Pacific. All right, into the zone comes the West from the faceoff. Verheem in deep. He centers it, and it was behind Mulholland off to the far boards, and now cleared to center. Chasing after it is Sapp, for the West, and will come all the way back in the zone to the left. Under 10 minutes to play. Swept around to the near side on the wing boards, held in by Copeland. Takes it in deep. He centers it and almost found Ripka in front of the goal. Now loose on the far side. Skellen after it. He falls behind the net. Gets back up, swings in front, shoots, and a save made. Goaltender is down, and the West survives that challenge. And they'll break out 2-on-2. Verheem over the line. Nice move by Verheem in the circle. He closes in. He shoots, and a save made by Rodel. Nice play there by Johan Verheem. Now a pass is in the skates of Gellin at center. Gavin Smith getting the assist on the goal by Krumpetich at 4:42. Centering pass and off a crossbar again. A couple of goalposts here in the third period for Pacific, or it would be 9-1. They've hit two posts here in the third period. Lee plays it down, and Sapp in the right corner for the West tries to get control. 8.5 minutes to play, and now Copeland steers one rink wide to the far boards, and after it is Colin Sapp in the left corner. Banks it off the wall, but not out. And Pacific, another pass. Here's Park on the left side. He closes in, and that's blocked before it can get to the goal, but Park gets back up. Feeds behind the net, looking to center. Park scores! Oh, what a nice low passing play. And it's Eugene Park scoring at 7 minutes of the third period. And it is 8-1. Well, Park was due for one. He had a couple of breakaways in this game where he wasn't able to find the range, but now he scores the third goal of the third period for Pacific, and it is 8-1. And here comes the West. They're offside. Verheem came in and had a man on the left in early. So a face-off coming up at neutral. 8-1 Pacific here in the third period, late going. Picked up now by Verheem, who has put in an honest shift for the West today. And here is Swanson over the line, feeding the puck ahead, and Ripka goes to the corner. Ripka comes right out of the corner, centered it, and that's stolen away. Penalty coming. Bowen Lee getting assists on the goal, and heading to the penalty box now is Eric Ripka for Pacific. Tripping on Ripka at 8:28, and a power play for the West, trailing with 6:24 to go here in the third period. It's picked up by Fine. Pass to the left. Here's a shot, and it's Northrup taking it. A blocker pad saved by Rodel. Puck comes off to the right boards. And it's held in by Northrup at the left point. He shoots it towards the net, runs up a defender, shot loose in front, off skates, and now it's cleared to the right point and out to center. And now over the line it comes, and Sarasulo had it stripped away. Swanson unable to come in front. Now he shoves a player to the ice, but carrying on is Grayson Bowe, and he lost possession to Sarasulo. And here comes the West back, 5:38 to go. Minute 5 on the power play. Sarasulo gets past 1, gets past 2, and then got past 3, and he lost his stick. Another penalty coming to Pacific, and now it's called at the 5:25 mark. So at 9:35, another penalty coming. And if they can get the puck dropped, well, they do have to stop the clock for the penalty here at 5:24 to go, so the penalty is at 9:36. And it'll be a two-man advantage for the West. And in the penalty box for Pacific is Arsenault. And West is taking his time out here. Try to find a way to pick up a second goal. 5:24 to play and time called, so we'll take a quick one ourselves here. 8-1 Pacific on top, and this is the show 2019 on the Youth Hockey Hub. Play for the West, 5:24 to play here in the third period, and an opportunity from the faceoff. Nick Sanders unable to put it on goal, and it comes to the right point, out to center. Sapp feeds the left, and here comes the West again over the line. Morales, he centers it, and over to the far side, Verheem. Got players slamming their sticks on the ice. They want the puck. Verheem, 33 in the two-man advantage. Still no opening. Now a saucer pass to the right side is tipped, and Pacific will carry it to center. Swanson on his backhand. They score. 2 men short, and Pacific leads at 9-1, and they score down 2 men. And that is Landon Nagel. Ten minutes and 30 seconds. Time of the goal, and now one power play remaining for the West. A centering pass over to the far side, and Ripka unable to control it. And now the West is able to break out. And over the line they come. Puck comes to the near corner. Mulholland is after it. Along the half boards, they'll dig it out of the corner. Sarasulo closing in. He scores! Sarasulo for the West. At 11 minutes and 10 seconds. So Darren Sarasulo for the West has come back on the power play and cuts the arrears to 9-2. Now the West back in. And Mulholland goes in against the boards and falls. Picked up now by Nagel on the near side. Scorer of the most recent Pacific goal, and here they come. 5 aside, 3:14 to play. And Northrup in the center circle. Feeds it over to the left, and they're offside as Toshak brought the puck in with the man trapped on the right. 3:05 to go, 9-2 the score. Nagel, 2 men short at 10:30. Sarasulo on the power play at 11:10 for the West. And we'll wind down this one. Play at center. And Paglia on the far board's trying to gain control for his team. Now Mulholland will work to his right, looking for space. Comes over the line. Then swept it towards the net as he fell. And then Mulholland had it near his body. He didn't see it. Verheem stepping through at center. They come out 4 wide. Verheem over the line. Takes it to the near boards. Feathers a pass down for Morales. Looks to center it. And it's blocked. We have 2:04 to go as Pacific gets control in the left corner. A centering pass. An outlet pass, I should say. And here they come again. And that comes to nothing. Centering pass. Park shoots. And a save made by Connaught, who has been under siege at times here in the third period. And now it's out to center with 1:35 to go. Cleared out to center and Arsenal controls. Rink-wise to the near side for Kramputic. Now pass through the middle. And chasing after it is Park. He's got a partial break. Goes behind the net, centers it, and it goes off the heel of the stick in front of the goal. And now Kramputic will feed it behind the net with 1:16 to go. Into center for Park, and they're swacking away at it, still trying to come up with another goal as a backhanded shot goes past Connaught to the near side. Now a centering pass, and Park crashed in the circle. Last minute of play, centering pass. Morales blocks that, feeds it off to the far wall where Mulholland has it, and they can't clear again. And they're going to finish a change, will Pacific, and now West is able to get the puck to center. And it's Sapp over the line, feeding the left. Toshak after it, and he comes out of the corner looking to center it, and that's intercepted by Ivan Kramputic. Now the puck is again picked off by the West with 32 seconds to go. A centering pass, and Mulholland looking to put it in front and couldn't. And here is Eric Ripka at center. Ripka tied up by Mulholland, brings the puck in over the line anyway, and it's picked up there. Played behind the goal for Northrop with 15 seconds to play. Centering pass comes up the slot, and Copeland spins it off to the near boards with 5 seconds to play. And that'll do it. Our second game is in the books, and Pacific has defeated the West 9-2. They score 4 goals in the third period, and they go on to the win. Lots of different people that could have been picked for this game, for the player of the game. For me, though, it's going to be Riker Swanson. A couple of goals and just a very impressive all-around performance for him. Riker Swanson for Pacific, number 13, is my player of the game. Let's reset here. We'll come back with our third game of the morning, scheduled to start in about 20 minutes' time. It'll be East Coast and Great Lakes going at it here from 3M Arena at Mariucci. 9-2, your final. Pacific wins, and this is the show 2019 on the Youth Hockey Hub.